Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gutes campaign. It is episode 8, and we have a change of plans. Just a small change of plans. In that I need to scrap the plan and create a new one. So not so much a change of plans as it is a resurrection of plans, or complete overhaul of plans. Initially, last episode I discussed building an army for Ragnarr, capturing 2 Essos, and the like, except I've just remembered that every single faction, even if they have a single region, they have quite a massive army. It's roughly 1 to 2 stacks, usually like 30-35 units, and therefore Ragnarr himself is not going to have enough manpower to capture those cities, especially 2 Essos, considering it is a walled city. So what we need to do is build an equal or larger army for Ragnarr. And to accomplish that, we're going to have to probably trim down Haraldr's army. That is, we can't rely on him to garrison Iblana. Instead, we're going to have to... The primary reason I recruited him to garrison it was to defend against the End-danians, who are currently in the south of Wales. They marched just near Corinium, which we have vision to for whatever reason, and they're somewhere in the south of Wales. They're, I don't know, having some sort of trailer vacation. I don't know. So to enable us to kill the End-danians, we're going to build out Ragnar's army just a little bit. We're going to trade some units around to make it easy. We're going to grab the Warhounds, the Skirmishers, and we will forego the Hurlers, for we have Archers, but I think we'll go for the Thrall Spears. And that should be enough for Haraldr to defend Iblana, just in case. We are going to have to recruit another army as well. We're going to have to raise a force, and I think we're going to have to get Wulfgar at the helm. Just because... Oh God, the Embers, what a name. Another horrific name. I want Wulfgar to be the general so that he can accidentally, quote-unquote, fall in battle. Which would just be entirely heartbreaking. I would weep and weep and weep, and I'm sure I would drink and drink and drink just because Wulfgar is so close to my heart, you know? So we're going to recruit a few units for him. He should grab, I think... I don't know about the Thrall Spears. From what I've seen, they're not great. They are quite a bit cheaper. They just have 0 armor, is all. And, well, the morale is equal. They seem to break a lot easier, but I think it's mostly due to their shitty stats. We're going to get some Warhounds as well. Probably a bunch of Hurlers. That should be good. Ragnar's army is essentially built out. We could hire some mercenaries, but I feel as if... yeah, we could probably... No, well, the mercenaries are just far too expensive. So we will instead get another unit of cavalry. 4 units of cavalry ought to do it. We've got Vikingir, who we will just leave for now. Actually, you know what? We can actually get Vikingir. We do have to spend some of our dominion, aka influence. Vikingir has 0 influence to spend. Ivar, though, has 69, which is quite a bit. So we are going to spend 20 to get him to seek a wife. However, actually I meant to go to diplomacy. I wonder if we can maybe marry into one of these Germanic tribes. The Alemans are quite pleased with us. I don't know who we were able to marry. It's just kind of a crapshoot, actually. Arranged marriage. We can apparently arrange... Oh, they want to marry the heir, of course. So we can, in fact, get Ivar to seek a wife. This works out, actually. Ivar has the influence to seek a wife, and Vikingir does not have the influence. So we can marry him off to some tribe. I don't know who. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to sit down and think really hard. Maybe the Jutes, considering they are now in a nomad. Can we marry the End-danians? Wouldn't that be hilarious? No. They barely want to get a peace treaty as well, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so we are building the armies. Perfect. We have resolved the food shortage, which was caused by the Sacred Grove we built, and then we have just torn it down to resolve that situation, which apparently caused some sort of holy vision. There was a young traveler. This is not a traveler of any kind. It's not an old traveler. It's not even an adult traveler. It is a young traveler, so this could be like a 5-year-old for all we know. He was walking through the forest, and he saw us tearing down the Sacred Grove, destroying the stones, burning the trees we've just planted. He saw us take a quick smoke break. We took a break for lunch, and then we came right back at the demolition. He saw the whole thing, and apparently that gave him some sort of vision. I have a feeling that he perhaps partook in some mushrooms or something, some forest mushrooms. This has given us a good omen, which has stabilized our public order, though, I think, in Iblana. For now. Okay, we are essentially ready to end the turn. We're going to essentially... we're going to spend all of our surplus in recruiting units, so that we can... I feel as if Ragnarr himself is more than enough to destroy the End-danians, so he will actually forego these cavalry. And, well... I was going to say, should we wait to replenish, but I'm not too concerned. And we can set sail. I know they're around here somewhere. I'm sure we'll see them once we get near. No, apparently. So it's up to Wulfgar and Haraldir to defend Iblana for now. Not that... I can't imagine that anyone is going to attack us. Although the Caledonians are... Well, they're defensive. The Picts are defensive. So both the Picts and the Caledonians are defensive. I don't think they would attack us, declare war. They are really unfriendly, however. Okay, let's end the turn, and I think we're going to be able to land and possibly engage next turn. I'm not sure. Ivar has chosen a wife, and it's Dear Hildir. However, she's a fucking drunk, which makes Ivar dumber. Just her presence alone makes Ivar dumb. She spews her drunken bullshit at him. He takes it in, processes it, and says, "You know what? You're making some kind of sense." I don't know where he fucking found Dear Hildir, as I assume her name is. Basically, he pulled her out of the gutter. He says she's suitable, but I don't fucking think so. Ivar, you freaky fuck, do not marry a drunk. Like, that's marriage 101. You want someone who's stable and respectable. We're going to spend... he seems to get like... He's getting like 5 to 10 authority per turn. Or rather, influence per turn. I'm not sure how he's managing that. I assume it's because he is the... governor. It doesn't seem like there's actually a... They don't tell you directly how much influence they're getting. He's going to become a companion. Wulfgar can suck a fuck. He is not a companion. He's hardly an acquaintance at this point. And, okay, we're just going to do the two. Ragnarr himself, he's the High Judge. Just kidding. We need a separation of the powers here. We need a judiciary branch, and we need an executive branch. You cannot have the king being the judge as well. That's crazy. Okay, the End-danians have, weirdly enough, marched to the beach to meet us. I suppose their scouts saw us from these high cliffs here and figured, you know what, let's meet them on the beach. And I can't fault them for it. So we're going to... we can engage them right now. We may as well. We'll get Viking Air, our son, to reinforce, and holy shit, they do have quite a lot of men. They brought an entire army of spears. So that's a few more men than I anticipated. Can we get some mercenaries? I think we're going to need a little something. Mercenary Nordic Axe Warband. I feel as if none of these are great options. Perhaps skirmishers are not useful. I really should have brought the hurlers now that I think about it. I think the warband here, the Axe Warband, Nordic Axe Warband rather. Celtic's Axe Band, Nordic Axe Warband. There's a lot of bands here. These guys are going to be our mercenary of choice. They're going to cost what? 430 gold to recruit. That's just fine. Obviously, we're swimming in gold at this point, precisely so that we're able to raise these armies as quickly as we are. Let's give these slingers to Wulfgar. Yes. Once Wulfgar gets his army in tip-top shape, we are able to disband all of the units in Haraldr's army, I think. Let's get two units of Warhounds, 2 units of Cav. And I think we'll probably go with mostly Thrall Spears, I guess. I mean, we are going to have to take walls and shit, so actually, you know what, let's go. For the whole kit and caboodle, we'll get the Nordic Levy. Okay, we are able to now attack the End-danians. They're standing to fight. Wonderful. Okay, you guys, this is going to be an interesting battle. A lot of End-danians here, I must admit. We are a little bit outnumbered, but we do have a few melee units. We have missile superiority, just slightly. We have cav superiority. Superiority. Man, what a word. I'm a little tongue-tied. So when it comes to superiority. Oh my fucking god. Okay, well, we're going to move on. I've also got Warhounds. Alright, you guys. I don't know what to say. I'm a little embarrassed. So we're going to fight the battle. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Pretty basic formation. Obviously, I have my spears in the center, archers in front, and I've gone pretty heavy on the left flank. I've got my skirmishers screening the cavalry, and then behind them I have the warhounds. My idea here is once the lines meet, I can get the warhounds on the flank, and they will wipe out the missile units. Alternatively, if the skirmishers try to skirmish ahead of the infantry engagement, I can get the warhounds to chase them off, and the cavalry can sweep around to finish them off. And of course I have melee infantry either flank. I've gone for a pretty thick line, 5 or 6 ranks I think, in the center, because I want my spears to hold as long as possible. I feel as if they're not going to be able to do so. They just kind of melt away, these spear units. The Levy and the Thrall Spears, especially the Thrall Spears, due to their lack of armor. However, I think they have a spear wall. That doesn't necessarily help, however. We're going to wait for Wulfgar to show up. He sent his marines ahead of him, or rather his light marauders. But he himself stayed behind, like some sort of idiot. We're going to have to attack the End-danians on this hill, which is not ideal. However, as I mentioned on the campaign map, we do actually have the missile advantage, so that's certainly something. Okay, we're just going to wait for these assholes to land, and they can form up on our right flank, and once they do that, we can move out. And I'm pretty sure at this point, with the reinforcements, we are probably even with the End-danians as far as numbers go. And I feel as if we far exceed them when it comes to quality. We have 2 general units here. We have a large diversity of troops. And it's more than I could ever have asked for. It's more than I could ever have dreamed of. Okay, Viking Year is going to take his sweet-ass time forming up on the flank. As he's known to do, Viking Year is not known to be quick. Let's just say this. He would make haste slowly. That's the kind of guy he is. We're going to march forward. And I think we'll get the archers to focus on their skirmishers. Let's go all 3 units on the skirmishers. Just because I think they're one of the more dangerous units in their army. They can cause a lot of casualties with the javelins against my better units, such as my generals, my mercenaries, etc., without even trying. They're just going to throw the spears, get some kills. I mean, basically, the levy spears are not going to... They have to work for the kills. The skirmishers do not. And it is for that reason that my archers are going to move in, cause some damage. Now, we do, in fact, have to scout a little bit on the right flank because we could actually get pretty... We could get flanked pretty easily if we're not careful here, so let's just readdress our lines. Get the cav around the hilltop. We'll get these guys hiding in those trees. Quote-unquote hiding, as not a lot of hiding you can do. We could potentially get Viking Year to flank around, but it looks like the End-danians know what's up already. Okay, let's get the archers involved. Are they actually firing yet, or are they just... Oh, I see what I've done. I said, belay that order. Belay that order, Mr. Jensen. Is what I said. Says I. Okay, we can actually see the... It's just a massive spear line, I can tell already. That's all it is. The archers are now moving forward so as to cause some casualties. They can essentially just fire into this mass of men and probably just get hundreds of kills. We do have to be careful of their archers who are not doing anything. Oh shit, it looks to me like they're charging. Okay, that's interesting. They've already decided to scare off our archers. The skirmishers have loosened their formation. And probably their bowels as well, the freaky fucks. Look at this, we can actually get a flank maneuver off here. Let's get the skirmishers involved, get the thrall spears in a shield wall. Just keep the cav on standby, I suppose. Oh man, these spears are coming in hot. They're coming in heavy. For some ungodly reason. Okay, we need to take out those skirmishers before they cause serious damage to my... Oh man, we're gonna have to get some reinforcements on the flank here. Let's see if we can get the cav to distract... Oh shit, we can actually get... We can just destroy Aulus right here. Let's get Viking Year involved. Get the marauders up on the hill. These guys can probably just advance. We definitely want the axes to take care of Aulus, though. Get the hounds out of the way. Like I said, the cav forward. The skirmishers will retreat. And yeah, we can get these guys to reinforce the flank. And the archers, just get this unit back. Hopefully they will take care of those skirmishers before they become too much of a nuisance. Okay, yeah, we're charging in. Throw the javelins, you sons of guns. Get the next volley off. There it is. Aulus is not doing too bad, actually. Okay, so it looks to me like these spears, for some reason, have just piled on my one unit of Nordic Levy. Holy shit, look at this. Oh, it's because of the fucking skirmishers, isn't it? They're just destroying... Oh shit, the skirmishers, yeah, they're just fucking my day up. Okay, I'm gonna release... I'm going to let loose the dogs of war. Get this dealt with as I get the old skirmishers involved here. And the axes on the flank. Let's get Ragnarr even further. shit, yeah. Okay, so Abylos is wedged in between our troops. Wonderful. Oh man, these, the End-danians really fucked up here. They did. They just kind of played right into our hands. It's pretty sad, actually. Oh man, look at the hounds go. Oh my god. The enemy general is dead. We just killed Abylos. Now we can get around the flanks. Oh man, they're just melting. Our center line is barely holding on, but we've... Oh man, that was a quick battle. That was disgustingly effective. We did lose... Oh no. Or did we? We lost a unit of Nordic levy. I think... Holy mother of God, look at this. Look at these hundreds of End-danians fleeing the field. This is a poor showing for the End-danians. This is I don't know what to say. What is there? There's nothing to say. This is just, you can see it with your own eyes. We lost roughly 600 men, and that's it. Good lord. Okay, let's keep the marauders out of there. The archers are going to fire. Yeah, those skirmishers were fucking horrendous. I feel as if that unit of skirmishers in the center caused a lot of casualties. Like at least, I want to say 200 casualties. Oh god. Okay, you guys, I'm going to run down as many of these Irish bastards as possible. And I will see you guys on the campaign map where I assume... Oh my god, just like, let's just take a minute to appreciate how cinematic this is. Just imagine if it was like foggy coming up over this hill. Da-da-da-da-da, and just seeing this fucking slaughter. Just hundreds of Irishmen running for their lives, getting chased down by fucking Danish, well, I suppose Gotlander Vikings. But anyway, like I said, I will see you guys on the campaign map. Believe it or not, so many men fled the battlefield, I was not able to run them all down. That was crazy. The End-danians, as a result, still live. We're gonna have to, I guess, auto-resolve this battle. There's, what, like 229 spearmen left. We can do, I want to do a protective stance. The less casualties I receive, the better. And there it is. Abylos and the End-danians have been destroyed. We lost 3 men. I guess we just stood back and showered them with arrows or something. Holy shit. Okay, that's that. We've destroyed the End-danians, and now Ragnarr can return to Iblana. He's going to have to, I guess... I'll check this out. For some reason, Vikingir is unable to join Ragnar's fleet, but Ragnarr can join his fleet. That's very bizarre. I'm not sure why it works that way. Okay, we're going to put 2 points into Epic Camp Following. That has reduced our upkeep quite considerably. 200 gold, I guess. It's not so great, but at the very least, that's something that becomes more useful as the game advances and your units become more and more expensive. Right now, not so much. But there we go. We've destroyed the End-danians. We no longer have to worry about them trying to recapture Iblana. We've gained an equipment contract, a barbarian turncoat, and a Kyries. Interesting. I think we will give Ragnarr the barbarian turncoat right away. He does not need an artist, for he is not a governor. There we go. That will help when we are trying to take the north of the British Isles, what is modern-day Scotland. Okay, I think we are essentially ready to end the turn. We are recruiting a bunch in Iblana. Ragnar's going to land, spend a few turns, possibly another year, replenishing, and then we can also spend a couple turns, rather, recruiting units for Wolfgar, and hopefully by, I don't know, summer of 401 AD, we will be either in Tuesis or Caledonia. I think we'll just march across and capture Eildon, actually. That way we can fund a larger army, which will allow us to capture Tuesis, because Tuesis, of course, has a wall, and it's going to be a pain in my fucking ass. As is this public order. Anyway, you guys, thank you for watching this episode of our Gutes campaign. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment. Always appreciated. I read every single comment, no matter which video we leave it on. Every now and again, you guys are still like, oh my god, you read my comment. I'm telling you, I read every single one of them. Anyway, you guys, as always, my name is Incoherence. This has been the Gutes campaign using Terminus Total War. I will see you all later.